All right, everybody, we're at halftime. Henry Lake here for WCCO Radio to talk about the Timberwolves leading the LA Lakers 60 to 49 at halftime. Yes, your Minnesota Timberwolves are leading this game by 11 points. And one of the things about this first half, let me just go ahead and say this for the record. Anthony Edwards has played poorly on the offensive end to start this game. Okay, defensively, he's all over the place. He's blocking shots. Rui, that was a nice block on Rui. He's playing great defense on D'Angelo Russell to start the game. He's playing great defense on LeBron James right now. He is playing stellar defense. And as a squad, they're playing great defensively. But that's the part of his game that he's excelled at, and he's taken to a new level here in the second half of the season. Offensively, though, it's not been there. And so I don't know if he's pacing himself or what's really going on, but I do think that Anthony Edwards clearly is going to get revved up. He's going to get into his bag in the second half, and that bodes well for the Timberwolves. To think that they got an 11-point lead and Anthony Edwards hasn't played well offensively, that says a heck of a lot. But now, Cat, what Karl Anthony Towns has done to start this game, that is the Karl Anthony Towns that you need to see. And I think that one of the storylines that we're looking at right now is redemption for Karl Anthony Towns. Because remember now, Cat, a year ago in the play-in, what'd he do? Karl Anthony Towns wasn't doing anything. He was sitting on the bench. He wasn't in the game. He was a non-factor in the play-in. And who bailed him out last year? Great game by Anthony Edwards. So I feel like the roles have been slightly reversed. Not to say that Ant's not doing anything, because Ant is playing well defensively, but offensively, that's where he's getting his money. But Cat, great first half from Cat. One of the things that I wanted to talk about, and I've been watching it closely here to start the game, and specifically in the first quarter, who is the individual that can really do some damage against you and score a ton of points on any given night? That's D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell can be that guy. Well, D'Angelo Russell's not that guy. D'Angelo Russell right now is frustrated because who does he have in his face? Ant. And you can see in that first quarter that Anthony Edwards specifically, okay, he knows D'Angelo Russell well. He knows that D'Angelo Russell is looking to take shots and make shots, and he is not giving him any room to breathe. Beyond Cat and beyond Anthony Edwards, because it's going to be a collective, right? It's got to be a total team effort to get this thing done. Other individuals that have played extremely well in the first half have been Kyle Anderson, because Kyle Anderson he's doing a little bit of everything. Defensively, he's making it tough on the LA Lakers. And on the offensive end, he's able to, at times, manufacture some offense. He's not going to have a great offensive night, I don't think, but he's taking what the defense is giving him. Shout out and props to Taurean Prince. Taurean Prince, when he gets a look from three, he's knocking it down. Another individual that I'm so thankful that we have on this team, and I know that a lot of Wolves fans were in their feelings with regards to the whole D'Angelo Russell getting shipped to LA. Are y'all still hating on Michael Conley Jr. now? Like, Mike Conley's getting and doing work. Like, he is that steadying veteran presence at the point guard position. And that's the thing that I love. Like, if anybody was a doubter on Mike Conley early, you got to feel good about him right now. You should, right? Like, he's a steadying presence. He's not a guy that's going to ever get rattled, and he's knocking down outside shots. Now, I do have some concerns, though, because we know that Mike Conley's up there in age, right? And we know that when he goes to the sideline, Jordan McLaughlin's got to come in, and he's got to hold down the fort. At the end of the day, Jordan McLaughlin's going to have to play better in the second half. There's no question about it. He has to play better in the second half. You cannot have, because you know the Lakers are going to make a run. You know that. The Lakers are going to make a run. And who's going to be the person that's going to try to impose their will when it comes to that run? It's going to be Anthony Davis. Okay? It's going to be Anthony Davis. But look, all I want tonight is for us to go 2 out of 3. The Twins won in walk-off fashion earlier today on News Talk 830 WCCO because we are the radio home for the Minnesota Twins. But then you saw the Minnesota Wild. They just lost 3-1. Now we just need the Timberwolves to get us home, okay? 11-point lead. Do I think that the Wolves are going to win by 11? Absolutely not. This game is far from over. We know how the Lakers do. We know that LeBron's got to run in them. We know that AD is going to try to impose his will. But there's a couple of people that I feel like we have to shut down. Okay? That we have to shut down. AD is going to get his. LeBron's going to get his. Now, we got to make it difficult for those guys to get theirs, right? But they're going to get theirs eventually. Do not let D'Angelo Russell get off in the second half. We've seen D'Angelo Russell do this time and time again. We've seen him do it in a Timberwolves uniform. We've seen him do it in a Brooklyn uniform. We've seen him have big second halves, and we know that he's a clutch shot maker, okay? We know that about D'Lo. Keep D'Lo frustrated, number one. Number two, you know who else has not had a major impact on this game? And we know he can have a major impact. That's Jared Vanderbilt. And I know some people are like, oh, Jared Vanderbilt, like he's not a star player. It's not about being a star. Jared Vanderbilt knows his role, plays good defense, all hustle, good defensively. Man, Jared Vanderbilt is somebody who is not impacting this game the way that we in Minnesota have seen him impact games. So we have to make sure that he is not a factor in the second half at all. I'm looking forward to the second half. It should be a ton of fun. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm enjoying this game to this point. Of course, you're going to enjoy it when you're up by 11 points. But the way that you win a game like this, okay, is that you do not allow the LA Lakers in the first 3 minutes of the second half for them to come out and punch you in the mouth, and then you start getting all fragile. And you start getting like we're not ready for prime time. You cannot have that. And the Minnesota Timberwolves as an organization, what have they had problems with? They have had problems coming out of the locker room and taking care of business. We know that. Okay, we know that the Timberwolves have had issues with that this entire season. We've had issues with that last year in the postseason. We were not able to finish out and close out the Memphis Grizzlies. And when I say close out, I'm talking about close out those games. I know we didn't get to a game 7 or anything like that, whatever, but you get what I'm saying. They were not able to close out the end of games against the Memphis Grizzlies because they should have won that series. And like I said before, that's who I want. As much as we're facing the Lakers tonight, I want the Memphis Grizzlies. They talk all that stuff. I want to run it back with them. All right, real quick for everybody out there. Taurean Prince in the first half, 3 for 4 from the field with 8 points. Karl-Anthony Towns didn't miss a shot. He was 5 of 5. He was awesome. 17 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. How about the nice little dish that he had to Nickeil Alexander-Walker for the 2? That was really, really nice. Anthony Edwards, he made 1 shot. He was 1 of 4. I think that Anthony Edwards has got to be the key in the second half. He has to continue to, because Cat can win the game by putting up 35 and 15. But, man, he needs Ant to be right there beside him. Great first half for Mike Conley Jr. with 11 points. The only 2 members of the Minnesota Timberwolves that were in double figures, okay, in that first half were Cat with 17 and Mike Conley Jr. with 11 points. But, for us to be sitting here with an 11-point lead and Rudy Gobert is not playing because he's suspended for this game, and the fact that Jay McDaniels is unavailable because of the broken hand, and you're already without Naz Reid, you got to be feeling good about yourself. This is a team and an organization that in the 3 games that they faced the LA Lakers, they went 2-1. So you won the series, season series 2 games to 1, and now you're up by 11 at the end of the first half. Make sure that you continue to support this team. You watch this team. It's going to be a very, very interesting second half. I guarantee you that. It's going to be really, really interesting. But I think that the keys, before I let you guys go, the keys in the second half are, number one, making sure that the other individuals, the supporting cast for the LA Lakers, that nobody in particular gets off. LeBron's going to be impactful. You know he's going to get his. You know that Anthony Davis is going to get his. You do not need Austin Reeves to get off. You do not need D'Angelo Russell to get off. You do not need the other role players, any of them, okay, to have big numbers in the second half. Cat's going to need some help. I do think that Mike Conley is built for the moment. He's been here, done that. He's a savvy vet, and I think that he'll probably have another solid second half. We need some productive minutes from Jordan McLaughlin. There's no if and ands and buts about it. Jordan McLaughlin's going to have to play better. Other people off the bench are going to have to play better, that being Taurean Prince, but I'm not really worried about Taurean Prince. But most notably, the Ant-Man has got to show up. All right, everybody, that's our little halftime show here on News Talk 830 WCCO. Once again, Timberwolves leading the LA Lakers 60-49. For all of the conversation regarding the play-in, check us out all day long tomorrow on all of the shows right here on News Talk 830 WCCO. Let's go Wolves.